Hello, everyone. Welcome back, and thanks for joining me for this week's gold market update. So, last week, gold's price action tested a new record high around the 3,245 level, as you can see on my screen, and the momentum behind it feels almost unstoppable at this point. There has been concerns about the US-China trade war and its global economic effect, which has already driven many investors towards buying the gold commodity. And over in the US, things are just as critical. Recession fears and softer than expected inflation numbers are weighing on the US dollar, which in turn makes gold cheaper for those holding other currencies. And for me, I think the path of least resistance for gold still remains to the upside. But in this video, we are going to be exploring the likelihood of an uptrend continuation and the possibility of a reversal setup as market participants await the upcoming US retail sales data, which is going to be coming up on Wednesday, April 16th. At this point, I think gold has moved into what many considered overbought territory. As you can see, there is no structure around this area to play around in order to understand the behavioral patterns of market participants. And we are stepping into uncharted territory. So, unlike in the past, today we will be zooming in on a much lower time frame to pinpoint the key price level for the coming week, outline the trend, and spot potential trading opportunities as the market evolves. But before we proceed, please note that what I share here is just my personal take on the gold market. It's not a financial advice. Always do your own research and consult a professional financial advisor before making any investment decisions. With that said, let's get into it and see what gold has in store for us this week. So, my first point of contact is going to be on the 1 hour time frame, where I've been able to identify a simple trading setup that we are going to be using to navigate this market next week. And of course, we're taking into account the overbought situation that the market is right now. So 1 hour time frame is here, and what I did was to take into account the character of price action throughout the course of last week. So I'm looking at a 1 week historical data, and from this time frame you can see that the momentum is obviously bullish, and as a result we have a couple of ascending trend lines to work with after connecting the series of higher lows. So this is my primary trend line here. Price had consistently respected this trend line, and since price broke above the structure on Wednesday, you can see how the trend line had continued to maintain the momentum to the upside. Then besides this trend line, I have my secondary trend line, which can also serve as a TP target just in case price drops to the downside. So these are the two trend lines that I'm going to be using to navigate this market this coming week. Now, besides the trend line, I have my key level for next week situated at the 3,220. So let's zoom into the structure. So here we have it here. And look at how this level here played a significant role during the last trading day of last week. So we saw what happened here at the beginning of Friday's session. This level was a resistant line as buyers found it difficult to break through, and not until during the London session we saw price broke out of that structure to hit that record high at the 3,245. And ever since price tested that record high, we can see how that key level became a support line where sellers have been finding it difficult to break through. And the question now is whether this key level will continue to be a platform that will support another wave of bullish momentum that may likely break out of that record high at the 3,245. Of course, you know how we use our key levels. As long as price remains above them, we'll continue to look out for buying ideas. And if that happens and price goes ahead to break out of the 3,245, that is a breakout retest of structure, we look out for more buying opportunities. But if it so happens that maybe we don't know what will happen next week, the US dollar gains some traction and this results into profit-taking activity in the gold market, a breakdown retest of this key level at the 3,220 will be a beautiful confirmation to join a downtrend move. And of course, maybe have my TP around the second ascending trend line. Now, there is a caveat to selling the XAUUSD for me. So I would like to see price break down and retest the 3,220 for confirmation's sake before jumping into that sell. Then as soon as price gets into the first trend line, we will be moving all stop losses to secure that sell position while we exercise patience and wait to see how the market will react to that trend line. So if buy pressure resumes there, that is, sellers find it difficult to break through that trend line, this could incite buying ideas. So a breakout retest of the neckline of a reversal setup could incite an uptrend move. However, if price breaks down and retests this trend line, then we could be adding more sell positions to the existing sell trade. So that is how I'm going to be navigating this market next week. So there you have it, my in-depth look at the XAUUSD for the week ahead. But trust me, I will be with you in the comment section of this video after monitoring the character of price action during the early hours of the new week to give us an update on what I am looking at. If this video helped with your independent trading decisions, a thumbs up will be greatly appreciated. And if you haven't yet, consider subscribing for more insights, weekend market prep, and updates. Thanks for watching. See you all in the comment section on Monday morning as we get prepared for the new week. Do have a wonderful evening, everyone. Bye.